This could be the episode that she loses part of her finger. You never know.
You're so mean. Hi, we're gonna do a super quick recipe today. I'm not even gonna chop or anything because I'm gonna assume that you know how to peel and chop potatoes. We're making potato salad. Was that good?
Yeah, yeah.
So in my pot, I already have about a cup of water, and I am using this steamer basket today because I want to be able to hold all of my potatoes in there. This reminds me of something that my parents or my mom used to use, and you can get these at the dollar store, but I'm sure there's lots of other steamer baskets that you can get. There's silicone ones, you can use a bamboo tray. So I've already cut up my potato into about 1.5 inch chunks. And because I'm cooking my eggs with my potatoes, I kept my potato larger than I guess I would normally if I was making potato salad.
Maybe I'll speed this up a little.
I am gonna salt the potato a little bit. Then we're just gonna put the eggs on top. And I have 6 potatoes and 6 eggs. So that's the ratio I would use for potato salad. Another thing interesting that I read recently was that, isn't it interesting how boiling water can soften potatoes, but also harden eggs? And it's great that we can do it all in one pot. And I don't have a lid. We'll lock it into place, making sure that the sealing knob is also on. And I'm not sure what this stuff is here. And I am going to start the program from my phone because I think a lot of smart users may not know, or a lot of people ask why I have a smart when you can just use a duo. And this is one of the reasons why I like using the smart, is that on your app you can just hit dashboard, manual, time, and scroll down to the number. And for me, I'm going to use 6 minutes today, done, and hit start. And it's that easy. Whereas if you were starting from the pot, so dual users, you would hit manual, and then you would have to adjust the time down to 6 minutes from 30. And it just, it does take a couple more seconds, but it's not hard. Anyways, 6 minutes, manual, high pressure, and we'll get back, we'll come back when it's done. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna prep the rest of my vegetables that are going into the salad, but you don't need to see that. Thanks. So the potatoes and the egg have finished cooking. We're just gonna quick release. Oh, it's stuck. Maybe we should clean it, but I'm afraid to get into that little area. Oh no, one of our eggs busted.
Too bad.
It's just fine. We're gonna plunge it into, I was gonna say ice water, but I don't have any ice. So just cold water from the tap, which I think is sufficient. I don't always have ice made. And we're gonna let that sit in there for a little bit. And actually what I'm gonna do is put it in the sink and let some cold water run into the pot at a very slow stream, so I'm not wasting too much water. And we'll remove the potatoes. Potatoes I'm using are quite starchy. That's part of the problem. You can choose waxier potatoes for potato salad so that it's not so starchy. So I'm just gonna let the potato cool down, and I'm waiting for the eggs to cool down before proceeding. So one of the things that people rave about is how easy it is to peel eggs. So I just quickly...
Rave about what? The Instant Pot?
Yeah, how the Instant Pot is so great. Okay, I didn't do a great job here, but in peeling the eggs, it just kind of, the peel just comes right off. And well, my eggs never come out beautiful like this.
I can attest to that. That's true.
Yep, whenever I make eggs, the white always stick.
Nothing worked.
Nothing worked. So I chopped up a small stalk of celery. And I started shredding my carrot, and I realized that perhaps it's something that you guys want to see. So I'm just going to put that in there, but I'm going to do this over the pot. I just take my potato peeler and I just shave the carrot into my salad so that I get a little bit of crunch. If you don't like carrot, you don't have to put it in there. If you don't like celery, you don't have to put it in there, but
I don't know why you're putting it. I don't like it.
But when you're eating it all together, it's good. Sometimes you need a little sweet, a little crunch. And I'm just going to use about half the carrot because people like my husband don't like carrot or celery in the salad.
What are you talking about? I like
All
celery.
right.
Don't put words in my mouth, woman.
I've got 2 green onions chopped. Okay, and you can stop here. Why stop here when you can add bacon?
Boom.
For us, this is just it's a family recipe, so we like to add a bit of bacon. And another thing that is kind of unconventional that we put in our potato salad is baby shrimp. I just have 200 grams of baby shrimp. Oh, that was 3 slices of bacon, by the way. Oh, mustn't forget the rest of the bacon that was left on the plate.
I was going to eat that.
Oh, sorry. There goes that idea. We're going to salt a little bit, and just salt to taste. Remember, you have bacon in there that's a little bit salty already. Pepper. You can use hot sauce, whatever you like, for a little bit of heat. And I'm going to start with a cup of mayo and work from there. So if it's not enough mayo, we can always add more, but you can't take away. So start with what you think you would like. Maybe start with 3/4 of a cup first. And then if you need more, you can always add more, but you can't go backwards. Well, you could. You would have to make more potato or egg, and that would be a pain. Ta-da! So you can serve it warm or put it in the fridge and wait for it to cool. And there you have it. Easy potato salad. If you like this video, please hit like, and if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you'll subscribe to our channel, or my channel, so that you can be notified of new videos. And I'm also on Instagram, so come check out my Instagram stories, as I sometimes will film some things that I do during the day that doesn't always make it to YouTube. All right, thanks for watching. Such a goof.
No, don't you like that? That's cool.